Hey guys, it's James Ballard here from wildwings.co.uk, and today we're going to be having a look at the barrel roll. So the barrel roll is a bit of a mix between the inside loop and the aileron roll, because what we're going to do is we're going to be coming in level and then we're going to be going over like this. So we're going to be banking and looping kind of at the same time, doing this motion and coming back like this. So to do this manoeuvre we need to focus on the ailerons and also the elevator, but we can leave the rudder out of this, especially to begin with. So we come in level flight, and what we're going to do is we're going to, at the same time, we're going to pull up on the elevator to give us that kind of motion, and we're going to start rolling the ailerons as well. So if we pick the right aileron and the up elevator, and you're going to put them on at the same time, but not too much, okay? You don't want to throw the sticks into the corner of the transmitter, because otherwise it will just really quickly flick over. And this will be the basis of other tutorials later on, much more difficult ones. At the start we want a little bit of movement, so a little bit of right aileron, a little bit of up elevator, and you want to put them on at the same time. And you've got to make sure you don't have more of one than the other. So if you've got lots of aileron, you're going to be rolling much quicker than you're looping, and it's going to start to do this. So you want the same amount of movement from the elevator as you are from the aileron. So put those surfaces on slowly at the same time and the same amount of movement on each stick, and then we're going to do this motion. So we only want a little bit and we want both of them, and we're basically just going to hold them there for the entirety of the manoeuvre. So you're going to hold on your elevator and your aileron, and if it's not going over quick enough you can start to add in more of the surface that you need. So for example, if it's kind of going too much up into what looks like a normal loop, then that's because you haven't rolled the ailerons enough. So you need to roll the ailerons a little bit more, okay, to really bring it over. So remember, when you're rolling the ailerons, what you've got to look out for is that you haven't held the aileron on for too long and too much of it, otherwise you will start to do this rolling business. And again with the elevator, if you hold that on too much, it's going to carry on going like that. So we're going to hold about 45 degrees, bank it 45 degrees and pull up, and it's going to go maybe a bit less than 45 degrees. Get that elevator, it's going to go all the way over, and you're going to keep on the up elevator, keep on the right aileron, and it's going to go up, over. Now at this point, when you're coming over, you might need to add a bit more up elevator just to bring it round. So have a go, and if you don't need any more elevator, that's fine. But if you find it's sort of flying out level again, then just be aware you might have to put a bit more up elevator on, just to bring it round. But this motion really is all about the ailerons and the elevator working together to give you that motion. So if we have a look at the sticks, what we've got to look out for is level flying at about half power, 3/4 power into wind, as I say with all the tutorials. And then we're going to go to, now if you're going to bank over to the right, we're going to have the right aileron on, and we're going to hold it there because we want it to keep on rolling throughout the manoeuvre. So hold that aileron on and also a bit of up elevator. So as you enter the manoeuvre, you might also want to give it a bit more power. So, and then we pull the stick diagonally down a little bit, not too much. So you've then got, at the same time, you've got your roll and your elevator loop. So bit of power, stick diagonally down, that gives you your roll and your elevator, as I said, and that will bring it round. Now at the top, you might need to just put a bit more power to bring it over. Now, once it's on the descent again, so quickly show you, so once we've done this motion, it's now coming back round, and then it's the same as the inside loop, where at the top we were here, and we're coming back round, and so we want to reduce the power at this point, back to idle. Now in this move you might not want to reduce it all the way to idle, but at this point you're going to want to take off the power so you're not shooting down, you're keeping a nice steady speed. So at this point reduce the power and bring it down, and at this point you can then add more power again. So we'll quickly just go back to the transmitter. So about half power, maybe 3/4 power, pull up, keep that stick held there with your aileron and your elevator. At the top, give it a little burst of power if you want to get it over. Now reduce the power down to about 1/4 power or idle, depending on how much power you've actually got from your engine. That'll bring it round, and then when you level flight again, increase the power and take off the elevator and the ailerons. So that's the theory towards the barrel roll. Let's have a look at some footage. So take a look at the transmitter at the bottom of the screen. Notice how I enter the manoeuvre at about half power. I first of all add on the elevator, and then I use the aileron to roll the plane over. At the top of the manoeuvre, remember to reduce the power to reduce the g-force on the plane, and then gently put the power back on as you come out of the roll.